Oliver is a Great Western tank engine. The other railway wanted to scrap him, so he ran away. Isabel, his faithful coach, came too. And so did Toad, a brake van. At the last moment, they were nearly caught. But Douglas saved them. The fat controller was pleased and said that when Oliver was mended, he could help Duck with his branch line. "We'll give you Great Western colors, like Duck," he said kindly. "That will help you forget your troubles." "Oh, thank you, sir," said Oliver happily. Duck's branch starts from the big station. When Oliver started work, he often met the other engines there. They all wanted to know about his adventures. "Amazing," Henry would remark. "Oliver," said James, "has a resource." "Well, and Sagacity," put in Gordon. "He is an example to us all." "You're too kind," giggled Oliver modestly. But he was only a tank engine after all. No big engine had ever said admiring things to him before. I'm sorry to say that this made him puffed up in the smoke box. The fat controller rescued another coach called Dulcie. She traveled along with Isabel. Oliver sang, "Oh, Isabel is a funny coach. And so is Dulcie too. If I didn't look after them, I don't know what to do." Just listen to him. Just listen to him, twittered Dulcie. "He's proud, he's conceited. He's heading for trouble," Isabel sadly replied. "I feel it in my frames." She shrieked as they rounded a curve. Oliver just laughed. "Henry says I'm amazing. He's right. What do I take care for trouble? I'll just push it aside." All trucks are badly behaved, but ballast trucks are the worst of all. Donald, Douglas, and Duck warned Oliver about this. "You think I can't manage," he said huffily. "Gordon knows better. He says I'm Sagacity. You may be good gracious, but say no more, Duck. It might be a pity, but we engineers have to learn the things the hard way." Today, Oliver took the trucks by himself for the first time. He pulled the loaded ones to a siding and pushed the empties into another siding. Then he came back, full of confidence, with the loaded wagons. The loaded trucks were comfortable and didn't want to move. They had just realized, too, that they had a different engine. "Duck we know," they grumbled. "And Donald and Douglas. What right does Oliver have to poke his funnel around here?" "Look sharp," puffed Oliver. "Smartly there." "That's no way to speak. Pay him out." The trucks moved off easily, and Oliver thought he had them in control. "Trucks," he told himself proudly. "They dare not to trick me. I used to arrange them in the middle road and start away again as soon as Duck arrives. I can't understand why he says they're so troublesome." They reached the station throat. Oliver's brakes came on with a groan. But brakes are useless against loaded, troublesome trucks. They pushed him forward, yelling, "On, on, on!" Oliver fought hard, but they still forced him on and on and on. Their effort slacked at last. "I'm winning," he gasped. "If only—" But it was too late. One moment his rear wheels were on the rails, the next they were not, and his bunker was down in a turntable well, with dislodged ballast all around him. When Duck arrived, he stopped outside the station and flagged to the platform. He surveyed the wreckage. "Hello, Oliver," he remarked. "Are you being a good, gracious engine? Beg your pardon, of course, but we don't really like that sort of surprise. Donald and Douglas will miss their turntable." Later that day, Donald and Douglas spoke. Well, they said something in Scottish that Oliver couldn't really understand. And the fat controller spoke perfectly well English to Oliver. He had no problem understanding that. All three left Oliver in no doubt at all that as far as being Sagacity, he was a very silly engine indeed.